Hello, everybody. We are back. I apologize for the bit of the haphazard start. Me and Andrew have been having some technical difficulties, and we literally have had to put everything together
Hey,
from scratch again.
getting it done in under an hour with 2 minutes past our original start time, that's not bad. I'd say that is a win.
Yeah.
It was literally like reduced to nothing, and then you just rebuilt it from the ground up. So bravo to Gavin. Bravo.
I still have
Incredible.
to do it for the I still need the Paragon intro, Paragon tabletop, and Paragon battle map. But as you can see, we got that working
The most important stuff
for these guys at least.
For the better campaign.
Yeah,
Just
you're
kidding.
right.
For today. The most important stuff for today.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. But before we get into it, Andrew, do you have any announcements?
None really. Yeah, no new announcements today. I'm excited to play D&D. That is my announcement.
Same.
Only announcement I can think of, our Sunday stream, our Paragon stream, we are going to be doing it's going to be a pre-recorded session because we all have things we're going to be doing on Father's Day, so you can go ahead, turn us on as background noise. It will be pre-recorded, so if you don't see us interacting with chat during that, that will be why. And somebody in chat said your announcement is that you're pregnant, Andrew.
Surprise!
Andrew, I knew it.
I didn't know you had a deuterus.
Who's the father?
And with that, we are
That was a great segue. I love it.
let's go ahead and
Brings
roll
me
the
to my next
intro.
point.
I'm rolling the intro now.
Like it.
So, last time, the party had made their way back towards Corradine, taking Jedidiah Scott's room with them. Along their way back, they were seemingly ambushed, trap set by a man pretending to be injured. And while the party had seen through the facade, Rakos and Badger had steep disagreements on how to handle the situation. Rakos wanting to more test out and feel the waters and make an informed decision. Badger being much more impulsive and starting the fight immediately. This led to a pretty heated confrontation, which was then diffused by Pax, as Ghost just was entertained. Pax and Badger able to intimidate these would-be bandits, would-be robbers, and persuade them to, or persuade and threaten them to be better. Pax offering them the path to serve as manpower for Agdane Bluebitter, as he thinks hard labor could be good for these bandits. But after that, the party had arrived back in Coradine, to which Jedidiah had separated from them to go meet up with his colleagues. Exhausted, the party had returned to the Barfist, to which in there it seemed to be full of quite a few of these dark leather-clad mercenaries. Upon being in there, you also noticed a wealthy high elven man sitting across from a human, seeming to enact some business deal, where the human passed one of the tattered journals that had been introduced to you by Jedidiah over to the elf. You learned the elf's identity as Elwyn Marigold, owner of Marigold Exports, a very wealthy merchant by trade. And it seems that upon his leave, the man that you would come to know the name of Alexander Marshall seemed to be the leader of these dark leather-clad mercenaries. During this interaction, Badger was able to get a half-hearted business deal, potential for business from Elwyn. However, Pax was able to discern that something was not right with Alexander, and using his divine sense, noticed that out of sight, invisible to everyone else, some sort of fiend stood watch over Alexander. Testing the waters, Pax led this fiend outside with all but Badger to see what it was doing. And using covert hand signs with Rakos, old military call signs, they were able to communicate seemingly without tipping off this entity, until finally it disappeared. Upon returning in, Rakos had tried and failed to pickpocket the journal from Elwyn Marigold, which was noticed. Now later into the night, the mercenaries had dispersed. Everyone else had left, and for safety, the party decided to double up in the group. Rakos and Badger sharing a room. Badger taking refuge within the dressers of one of Rakos's room, and Pax enacting his sentry mode within Ghost's room. However, super late into the night, behind the door, just behind Pax, there was a pounding, and upon opening the door, you were met with Jedidiah Scotsram, who very efficiently informed you, "One of my colleagues is dead, and the rest have gone into hiding."
Yay!
What a cliffhanger.
I just love that he's so happy about it. Or not happy, but just like, well,
Oh,
what do you do? You know.
Oh, Balderdash.
This was at Pax's room, right?
Yes, Pax's room.
Yep.
So what are you doing, Pax?
So I had the door open a crack so I could just see where he was at. I reach my hand out and pull him into the room immediately and shut the door. So he just gets yanked inside.
Easy enough with your strength.
Yep.
And he doesn't argue.
Did we wake up at all, or are we still sleeping in the
You'd
other
probably
room?
still be asleep in the other room currently.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Jedidiah, are you okay?
Oh yes, I am unharmed.
Okay, what's going on? Is Ghost up?
She's like kind of awake, and she's just like,
Are you really hungover?
not particularly, no.
Okay, good.
He's still
She's-
drunk.
Yeah. She's done this a few times. This isn't her first rodeo. She's just kind of peeking like through her hair, just like, what's going on?
Jedidiah just came over and said that one of your friends was murdered and all the rest of them have gone to underground?
Oh, yes. Occupational hazard. Wouldn't be the first time we've had an assassin take one of us out. In fact, this is... And you see he counts on his fingers. 14th or 15th time this has happened to me. Generally...
You know that's not good or normal, right?
Yes, generally we're loved by the public, but when unsavory fellows are abound, wanting the artifacts and treasure we dedicate our lives to hunting down, then it's an occupational hazard. And that is also barring any traps that we find in ruins or monsters.
Okay.
I would say assassination is the fourth most common cause of death among our numbers.
Fourth.
You know, that might be a little bit too high.
Completely too high.
Hey, some assassination is expected, but fourth, that's a little interesting.
Keep in mind, I've been doing this for almost 6 decades, around the entire planet.
Fair.
Yeah, wouldn't you have found a way to prevent it, maybe at some point? You've been doing it for so long.
That's why I voted to start Project Heroes Call.
Fair enough. So, it doesn't seem like Heroes Call is meant to produce bodyguards, at least for you. It's it hasn't.
It's meant to produce people capable of doing such work.
You want to weed out the fakes. Thanks.
Precisely.
Smart. So what can we do for you?
Well,
Did you come here to
I
have
figure...
us be your bodyguards?
Well, potentially. They seem to have only taken... What's the name? They seem to have only taken Greshet's journal, but not the notes that he had on him. So I was able to gather up all the notes before anybody returned to search for them.
Do you know about what time the assassination happened?
The blood was still wet.
This morning.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been on the move, so to speak.
Do you mind if I get Rakos and Lux real quick? Ghost, you can fill him in on what we saw last night with the journal.
She'll
And then-
sit up and put up her hair like, okay, this is the rundown.
While she's doing that, I'm going over to Rakos' door and I'm gonna knock 3 times really hard on the door.
You hear who is it? Who's there?
It's Pax. Hey, Jedidiah just came over. I need you guys over in my room.
I'm gonna open the drawer where Lux is.
I forgot Lux was in a drawer.
Are you awake or are you still asleep?
Yeah, I don't do midnight calls. No, what's up?
Yeah. Okay. Jedidiah's here. I think we should head over to the other room.
Is everything okay?
Seeing how early it is, probably not. Let's
What
go.
time is it? I've been in the dark, literally.
It's still dark, so
Okay.
it's early. Or late, I don't know. Let's
He
go.
stretches, hops out of the drawer.
Would I have an internal clock, Gavin? Would I know exactly what time it is?
I can tell you which way is north, but that's about it.
Okay, come in,
I have
hurry,
a
hurry.
clockwork stopwatch or watch.
All right, so we follow him into the room.
Go back into the room, and I'm putting myself against the door and making sure Jedidiah isn't in line of sight of any of the windows in the room.
Luckily, there is no window to this room.
Sweet. Perfect. Just the door. So
Just
I'm
the
in front
door.
of the door.
Yeah, at that point, Ghost would like move her furs so nobody steps on them.
Quite
her
cozy
dress
in
is
here
very
now.
big. Yeah, her dress is very big, so she'll just like prop her furs up in like a seat and then just gather everything up.
Yeah, so we're kind of crowded in this tiny room that's only made for one person.
Yep.
I thought the drawer was cozy.
All right.
So did you come back for the job or what?
Oh, there's been an assassination.
Oh, of course. All right.
You know, I'm glad that both you and I can kind of just expect this thing to happen, Reikos.
Well, I sat there wondering why we saw that book last night,
Exactly.
and
What I was
So
thinking.
apparently the book was this morning, or they took... What was the guy's name? Jedidiah, what was your associate's name?
Greshit.
Greshit. Apparently Greshit's journal was stolen this time.
Would any of us know who
Yeah.
Gresham is?
No.
So I'm assuming it's another...
did
It
the
might-
did the journal look like the one that you showed us?
Yes, they are all bound very similarly. In fact, almost identical.
But this
Was-
has different notes in it, a different end goal or end treasure.
We believe it is from the same author, as it uses the same code as well as a very similar handwriting. So we believe that when one journal has used up its space, that the original author just bound and wrote in a new one.
So continuation
Common.
of the same one that we already got. Okay.
Precisely.
We had an encounter with one last night.
Yes, Ghost was telling me all about it.
What
So-
was it? So from what we saw, was it the same? I forget. I don't know if
Yes,
we
it
asked.
was
Okay.
bound in the same strange old leather.
Old looking weird thing. It looked just like the one that he showed us in the ice cave.
Sweet. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
That's why we wanted to investigate.
Well, I, for one, want to know where that little imp is.
Oh, I will. He's still doing reconnaissance. I don't know where he is.
Can
Are
you?
you able to talk to him?
I don't know. I've never had an ink before.
Lux, you said you've seen them before, right? The familiars and things.
Yeah.
What can one generally do with?
So typically, within a certain distance, 100 feet, 100 yards, something like that, within a fairly close distance, they can. A lot of the warlocks that I've worked around, made statues for, they could communicate telepathically. Some of them could even see through the eyes of their familiars, but I never really looked into that. They were no more than servants in my eyes.
That
I didn't
second
really
one
need-
could be useful.
Is that something that you can do?
I don't know, but I could try. Never had something like this before, so it's all new to me. Definitely didn't come in the pamphlet.
You got a pamphlet?
I did not get a pamphlet. That's the whole thing.
A pamphlet didn't come in the pamphlet.
No, all I got was a letter that said, "Surprise, he's yours now."
All I got was this stupid tunic.
Okay. She's gonna try and reach out and see if she can see through Ivor's eyes. Try and sense it.
It takes a minute, but as you focus, your surroundings become darker, and you hear your party less and less. Specifically, which target did you have Ivor follow? Alexander or
Alexander.
Elwyn?
Alexander.
I thought you were following the book.
No.
That's not what we
No.
told him.
He was
Oh.
following the guy with the invisible demon.
Oh.
Yeah,
That was
I
the bigger
took
priority.
I took that as the bigger threat.
Yeah.
All right. So, as
I know. In hindsight, I was like, "Oh man, maybe we should have done that." Oh well, too late. He's
Because
gone.
of the conversation, I thought that's what they said, and so that's why Lux went back up to the room, because I was gonna go follow. Oh, I misheard it. Okay, anyway.
so suddenly you are hovering above this beautiful homestead. You hear the howling wind, and you can hear the kind of slightly heavy breathing of Ivor. Just
He has asthma.
and as he descends down around the house, floating around, as you see, he's looking through the windows around the grounds of the house, and through some of the windows you see some of these mercenaries patrolling, walking around. But he goes to the back of the house to this balcony, which he lands on. This balcony has very finely crafted doors with glass on with windows built into the doors. As he looks in, you see the figure of Alexander, as he seems to be at a desk in this room, as there is a map of Kharinal in front of him. As you see, he is referencing a paper, looking at the map, referencing the paper. Then he'll draw a circle on an area around Intirvis. Look at the map, look at the paper, draw another circle, slightly overlapping with it. And finally, flipping the page over, looking at it, one final circle. And where the 3 circle overlaps, he puts a dot there and seems to nod to himself.
Is that Alexander who's doing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see he goes, he takes there's a crackling fireplace beside him. He takes the notes that he was referencing, tosses them into the fire, takes a seat at his desk, and as he does, you see a woman walk in, and a small child. This woman is drow, with the child being half elven. As the child runs up to him, and he embraces this little girl, lifts her up, and you see him smile at her and carry her out of the room.
Don't you dare make me like him. Don't you dare.
Bad guys can have kids, and I'm still gonna kill them.
Stop targeting my compassion.
Not the kids. Not the kids.
He's still gonna kill the kid.
New target.
So what
You
was
already
Ghost
killed one
describing
guy's
this as she was
parents,
seeing it?
just
So did we
Okay.
hear what was going on, or
You're gonna collect them like Pokemon.
Yeah, there you go.
As she went in and she started doing that, you guys will actually see like dark, like molten crackle over her eyes. So they're just darker, almost pitch black with like the glowing cracks through them. And Pat, you'll hear her swear in Abyssal. And then once she gets used to this new feeling, she'll start describing everything as it's happening. Relay every bit of information that she can.
I've heard of those circle graphs before. I believe the wizards called them Ivan diagrams or something like that.
I don't get it.
It's better that you don't. I promise you, it's better that you don't. Unless these are some kind of new wizard thing, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Is that a new
Well-
fad?
Do any of you have a map? Do we have a map?
Yes, you do.
Who has the map?
You do.
I have the
Yes,
map.
you do.
It's
I'm
really
the
late.
You're
map.
the
I'm
map.
sorry.
You're the map. You're the map. You're the map.
Rakos,
You're the
it is
map.
right there on your bag.
Oh, I'm holding it.
I am
No wonder
actively
you always know what
reading it.
direction is north.
Oh, that's what this is?
That big N.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ghost is memorizing where each circle is located. Like, and then she like comes out of it. She's like, "Get me a pen now." And she'll just like start drawing them onto the map. Each
She's
place
ruining my
that she
map.
saw. Hush, hush,
I
hush.
will get
This
you
is
another
important.
map.
So where is she circling?
On the map.
On the map.
On the map. On the map.
I got it stuck in
Give
your
me
head.
just one thing.
I know. I'm literally just playing that in my head right now.
It's gonna be the rest of the session.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
this is a good enough thing. I was trying to find just like an X marks the spot kind of a deal. But
This is the place.
Ooh.
up in the Heraldon snowfields somewhere in this region.
Fancy.
Big region.
You want to show the
Within
audience?
50
Oh,
square
yes.
miles.
Whoop.
Ooh, it's right here.
Yay!
And she'll like put a little X on that spot. He circled until
Nice.
here. This is where his notes led him, and he burned the notes up there.
Huh.
So, my thought, knowing with him being mercenary and not being above murdering to get that, I'm wondering if before he turned over what was in the journal, he copied it for himself. And maybe
Well,
those men-
Jedidiah, didn't you say you had the notes from your friend?
Yes, I did. Which means if he was able to deduce that location, that is, well, we were planning on making an expedition out there in the next few weeks. So
He's got to have ears all over the city, so he's got that info from somewhere. What I'm saying is he must have double-crossed the merchant, Marigold.
it is a possibility.
Elowen?
It's,
Or he
I
is
thought, still working for him.
yes, that might be another possibility.
With what he said about being booked out for the foreseeable future, I'm pretty sure he's still working for Elowen. So
That or another.
that or another.
Yeah, he could be just busy himself, because if a mercenaries guild knows that there's treasure somewhere, he just got paid to deliver the book, and now he can go get what the book has. I mean, there's a chance. The question is, how do we find that book? If Ivor did not follow that other man, we've got to catch up to him quick before he's heading out anywhere.
Alexander did leave with the merchant, so we could ask Ivor when he returns, at what point did they separate?
Alexander left a little bit after.
Good point.
No, he followed him. As soon as I tried to pick his pocket, he looked me dead in the eye and smiled and then left with him. I had been caught.
Okay.
Me and my damn 2 big hands.
Okay.
So Ivor might know where he's at. Do you have you can see through his eyes. You can't communicate with your creature, imp. What is he? An imp? Is that the term? Imp.
It's an imp.
Imp. Right.
According to what Lux said, I cannot do it unless he's close. I can only look through his eyes and hear things through him. Not speak to him.
How far did you follow him? How far away is it?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think she knows. Yeah.
Oh, because you just saw where he
I
ended
just
up.
asked him to do some reconnaissance.
And we don't even know what time of night it is, so we don't know how long he's been gone.
And you don't recognize the mansion or anything, any of the surroundings?
Did I?
It just seemed to be in a wealthier. There were just other mansions and manors around, and so it just seemed to be in a wealthy residential district somewhere in the city.
It's
There
in
are
the
plenty
rich
of
part of
those.
town.
Do you think through Ivor's eyes you could see some type of a signpost? Something that would give away the location?
Well, that depends on where he is right now. I can't exactly direct him,
No, I
To
know,
go
but if there's something, maybe we can deduce.
perhaps. But that's only if I'm lucky.
We've been lucky before. Would you try Ghost?
Try, but...
Roll a percentile.
Oh, gosh! 100, 100, 100,
You
100.
get
Yeah, do
another
that again.
100.
No, watch, this can be a 1.
89.
Oh, that's
still really
so
good.
Close.
all right. So you see, as you deafen and blind yourself to your current surroundings to see out of Ivor's eyes once more, you see him kind of scuttling through the snow, following some tracks, and it looks up and you see a street sign. And it is Snowbell Street.
Snowbell
Bell
Street.
Street.
Is that on the map?
It's not.
No, the map
Oh,
is general.
this is
This is
map of
Corridor.
the-
No,
No,
I don't know how many maps he has or what maps. So
I have yet to make any of the city maps for either of the campaigns because they're really
Oh
hard.
no!
I've
Not
tried
literally
so
on the
hard.
map, not on Foundry.
On my map.
I was asking Rakos. Yeah, is it
Oh.
on the map?
No,
No,
not a city map.
It's
not,
a
It's like a
general.
map of Kharinal
Yeah.
like we have here.
It's a map of
but
Tirvis.
you do you notice that with it
Just Tirvis.
Just Tirvis.
with it Ivor apparently having seen enough has taken it upon himself to follow some of the tracks in the snow that had led up to the house, and he followed them and he follows them quite a ways away, almost several miles actually, as you're going, as he's flying over the city, until you notice this large stone, well, for lack of a better term, it seems to be a small fortress. And on it, you see, on it and in it and around it, you see more of these dark leather-clad mercenaries. Some of them in heavier plate around here. You see, it is surrounded by a wall, and this wall, on the outside, they have smaller fenced-in areas with mastiffs, horses. As you see that it is marketed as the Iron Call.
Yeah, she's relaying this information as it goes on.
Can I make a history check to see if I know what that is?
You can yeah.
I'd like to.
Would I?
As well.
Yeah, being from Coradine, would I know?
I would not.
13.
So what, just a history check?
21. Do I know
21?
about Iron Call?
Right? Pax, you can go ahead and make that as well.
That's a nat 1. Oh, I'm just kidding. That's a 8.
8. Okay. Pax, you never really paid too much attention. Badger, you know a little bit of them. However, Ghost, you get a shock of recollection. These guys are basically, before Project Heroes Call, these guys are were top dog mercenaries.
Oh, they're the OGs.
They were top dog mercenaries. There have always been mercenary companies all around the world, and just based off of their knowledge, they probably weren't the biggest fans of Project Heroes Call taking some of their business. But as it was stated with Project Heroes Call, it wasn't to try and replace mercenary work or anything like that. It was more just to produce a higher amount of people powerful enough to deal with major threats, such as the incidents with the Crimson Bloods a decade before of the Chromatic Dragons trying to summon their goddess into the material plane, which was stopped by a band of adventurers. Andrew, you're Rakos right now. You don't get to take credit.
Okay, so Lux, as everybody's talking and she's describing Iron Call, I am going to say I'm going to be right back, and slip out the door. I want to stealthily head down the stairs, and out the front door.
Right. As you go out, you pass the clock and see that it's about 3 a.m. Nice, natural 20 on the stealth check.
Thank you.
For a total of
Sweet.
22. Nice.
If this is all just to get some stone, I'm gonna be angry.
There's just you
There's
just
just this rock. You know?
you just see a just this tired looking kid, probably not even 20 yet, and he looks to be the overnight janitor as he's mopping up some blood and beer from the ground. And he's the only one around currently, and so you are perfectly able to slip out without being noticed by anything. And as you step outside, the brisk air hits you. No snowfall, but there is a subtle fog, not enough to really dampen your vision too much, but it is swirling a little bit.
Do I see any city guards, city patrol, anything like that?
Yes, there are several. There's typically at least one. What did I call the guard? I usually have a name for like each country's guard, like in Alabaster, called the Alabaster Guard.
Okay.
I I thought you.
It's okay.
I thought you called them something.
You could find that, but I'm gonna hurry on over to him very stealthily, but then get in front of him. Excuse me, sir.
And as you do that, he's just kind of like, you could tell he was like leaning on his spear a bit tired, and then, oh, by the gods! Yes, citizen.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to disturb your concentration. Wink, wink. Do you happen to know where? And I personally can't remember. What was it? Snowbell Street? Is that what you said? Snowbell?
Yes, Snowbell.
Yeah.
Snowbell.
Do you know where Snowbell Street is located?
Not off the top of my head. Give me one moment. And you see he reaches into a little satchel, unfolds this bit of paper that just keeps getting bigger and bigger until it's like a large newspaper size.
Mapception.
Right.
And I poke. Can I see what he's looking at?
Yeah, it is a city map.
How much to buy that off of you?
Oh, free of charge.
Oh, you're amazing.
I have several copies, and I can always get another.
You are wonderful. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. And
I snag it and I run back inside and stealthily go past.
Stay safe. As he kind of awkwardly shrugs.
Not as stealthily coming back inside.
With a 9, you kind of fall through the door a little bit, and the kid's just like, oh, welcome. We're
sorry, just head back to my room. I didn't bother you while you were mopping. Oh, it's okay. I was just out a second ago. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll see myself to my room.
I feel so bad for this janitor.
So I run back up in. I say, okay, guys.
His focus.
Here, Reikos, you're best with maps. Here's a map of the city.
Ah, perfect.
Let's find Snowbell Street.
A new map.
Found it.
So
Free
it
of charge.
takes you a bit, but it is a long and winding street near the center of the city.
So somewhere along here. And where are we in relativity to that? Like how many miles?
Probably a good like, I would say maybe 10 miles.
Cool. This is a big city.
This is this is the biggest city in the country.
Huge.
Biggest city in the country, second biggest city on the continent.
Dang.
So we have a dilemma, because if we want to try and go and talk with Igor before waiting for him to return, because it could take him a while to get back, but if he doesn't spot us as we're heading towards this direction, we need somebody to stay behind and be able to talk with him when he gets back.
I don't
Ghost
know if
can't hear
moving
you
out
right
now
now.
is the.
Ghost
Yeah.
is still in it. She's still watching through Igor's eyes.
Well, I mean, we could just take her with us, and if we took the cart or something like that.
And then when she gets close enough, maybe communicate with him.
Uh-huh.
I
I
don't.
like it.
Yeah, I say we don't go after Alexander right now, knowing where he's
Oh, yeah.
at.
Not
No.
Alexander.
No,
Yeah,
we're not looking
okay.
for Alexander. We're looking
Great,
for
thank you.
Ivor because we need to know when he split up with.
Um,
Because we need to get to him quickly. Because if Alexander is already 10 plus miles away, we don't know where Marigold is, and we need to find that book now.
But,
Well,
once again, to ask, what is in these notes?
Well, we believe it is a, it seems, according to what Ghost had just explained, that, it seems that this Alexander fellow has deduced a location much as we had. This, the author of these journals seemed to be a bit of an eccentric, bit of an adventurer himself. He had a fancy for riddles, a fascination with things such as pirates, buried treasure, ancient ruins, that sort of thing. And, well, it seems that these journals are, well, for him, either a... Judging from the personality we could gather, it seems almost to be a bit of a scavenger hunt in his eyes, or at least steps that he could follow to retrace his steps should something have happened.
Do you have any inkling what the treasure at the end of it is? I mean, it must be important for all of the Explorers Guild and these guys or Marigold at least, to want to get it.
There have been times where we have found a journal has led us to yet another journal. However, sometimes these journals are included with strange little artifacts, such as maybe a sketch of a landscape, or there was something similar over in Atheus for a while. We managed to find one of the journals with said key that seemed to have unlocked an old vault, and well, we were able to fund Project Hero's Call with that find. So it seems he has been all over this continent. And Tirvis is just the next step.
This sounds like an invitation for a treasure map, and that sounds very fun.
Oh, yes, yes. It has always been quite exciting, but...
I can see why you've done this for 6 decades. I've been here 5 minutes, and I'm already excited.
Does Rakos look like a kid in a candy shop where
Oh,
he's
yes.
just like big eyes?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Tanner Rock is going to be so jealous. So you said the journals appear to be a continuation of each other, not like separate treasures, but one long trail.
Sometimes it is a bit difficult because it seems to... we believe at least his trail in Tirvis is one long trail, but we have... there are many tangents that he has gone on of smaller finds, which we have already uncovered. Small stashes of supplies, magic items, that sort of thing.
Was
And
the journal...
the note... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Rakos. Was the journal that we found did you already have that in your possession before, or was that in the hag's possession?
Oh no, that was in my possession for quite some time. I was following up on one of said tangents. Apparently there was the tangent spoke of a strange nest nestled up in the mountains of some rare creature.
X's eyes get huge. The metal bird!
Probably, yes.
It's
I
all
mean-
coming together now.
It all makes sense. He was the bad guy all along.
So
So the notes here, do they point to this spot on the map that Ghost circled?
Yes, that is what we deduced. Judging by the wordings used to describe the landscape and geological landmarks that still exist, it is somewhere within this broad area.
And any indication as to what might be there?
Well, according to the notes, it seems to be an old military fortress. We have no idea the current state of it, given the fact that these notes are as old as they are. Place could be completely gone or buried for all we know.
do you know
There's
what
a
the name
lot
the
of
fortress
snow
was?
there.
What
Does it say what the name of the fortress is?
Let me see, and he kind of opens up that large leather bag he had, starts flipping through some of the notes. Let's see. Fort Steelwind.
But still, and
Would I or Rakos know of Fort Steelwind?
I don't think I. Well,
Okay.
actually, maybe.
This is towards where you would run
You-
around. But
You Pax, you would have heard of it before. You would have obviously you haven't seen it yourself, been there yourself, but you would have heard about it and read about it.
Read about it too.
Yes.
Okay. In current era or back then?
Back then.
Okay. So it was pre-existing when I was around.
Yeah, like 6 days ago.
All right.
I'm just gonna send you a text real quick.
Okay.
Mason.
Ooh.
Text or DM?
Text, because I'm already doing it.
Sounds good.
So, how about this weather we're having?
Hang on, I'm getting divine inspiration.
All right, I sent it.
Okay.
Has Ivor gone into the fortress, or is he just flying around it?
He seems to be flying around it. But as he is flying around it, I guess make a perception check on behalf of Ivor.
Okay. Does he have any pluses, or is it just mine?
His.
It's his. It's the imp stuff. So perception is just a +1.
Okay. 12.
12. It's really hard to get in with the brisk cold. A lot of the windows are kind of fogged up, and it's hard to get close because there are several dozen of these mercenaries making their rounds.
Can she just like try to will him back and just be like, just give him
Are
a
you
feeling?
okay? You look like you're about to.
You can
Wait,
certainly
do you use the
try, but
bathroom?
he is a bit too far. He's a bit too far away to.
Oh, great. She's
communicate.
gone deaf.
And I totally gave you the wrong name for the mercenary band. It's not the Iron Call. It's the Iron Soul. Not Iron Call. Iron Soul.
Iron Soul.
Iron Soul.
When you try reading two different things at once and mix all the words together.
Yeah, heroes
That's
call
called
an
The
dyslexia.
iron.
hero's
Yeah,
soul
yeah, yeah.
and the iron call.
Yep.
You know what? That still works.
Those are the bad guys versions.
That's my fan fiction version. Do not steal.
Oh gosh, that's great.
Guild of Mercenaries.
I think at this point she'll come back and she'll be like, "Great. Guess I just have to wait until he gets back." What's
We
been
were
happening?
Need to get.
we were thinking of going and retrieving him
So
because
he's
he
so
might-
worthless.
because Alexander was he was leading the merchant away, and so there's a chance Ivor saw where they separated.
I'm pretty sure I was there for that. What happened when I wasn't? That is on the map.
I
Your imp is over here.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
see.
I think our order of business: get Ivor. I am really curious about what was the fort's name again.
Steelwind.
I'm really curious
Honestly-
about Forest Steelwind and what's going on there.
Okay. Now that
Honestly,
she's actually having
I
that
think-
mentioned to her, do I know about Steelwind?
No, you do not.
Dang.
It's
Dang,
old.
Mr. Cut is useless.
Well, I mean, and considering the fact that we have the notes on the book and the books are the books are a continuation, perhaps if we got to Steelwind first, we might find the next book. Because if we already know where it leads, we don't really need the book itself.
Ghost, did it look like they were mobilizing at all?
No, they're just at that fortress. They're
I
patrolling
mean, I
it.
guess if Alexander just found out and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, might not move till tomorrow morning.
Well, we still need money, so I don't want to leave till tomorrow morning.
Yes, we need to talk to Agdane and get that gold that he promised us.
And make sure he doesn't kill on sight.
Make sure Matthew is actually there.
From what Ghost had described to me, it seems that these people are already suspicious of you. However, Marigold is a very respected member of society, so you should be safe within the city, as, well, they may not want to tarnish their reputation. So, I wouldn't...
That being said, your friend is dead.
Yes, however, that was not a public space, if you will.
Okay, we got to keep the public spaces until we're ready to leave. Yeah, I say we get Ivor as quickly as possible, and find Agdane, get money, and head straight there.
Well,
if Ivor follows the same path, we should be able to meet him on the street, like between.
I think it might be better to take the ships to Rheinveld rather than try and cross through the mountains.
Yeah. Yep, that's for sure.
Better to go north and then head south from there.
And it would be a public space too.
Well,
we know where.
Me and Mike.
Agdane is.
Jedidiah, what was that?
Me and my colleagues have another safe house over in Eritrude. So, if this is what you are, if you are willing to help us in this endeavor, then I will meet up with my colleagues there, and should you find this journal, you can deliver it to us there, and we can begin work on deciphering it and translating it to figure out next steps.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How much money do you have at your disposal at this time?
Well, with me, currently none.
How much do you have access to within the city? Not with you. Within the next few hours, how much access to money do you have?
For myself, I can procure around 200 gold for myself.
What would you think about giving us a small loan and us paying you back with interest so that we can cut out the chase for Agdane until we return?
Agdane was going to give us 500 gold. Just so
no, I know.
Yeah.
We're not saying. I'm not saying we're going to.
And he told us where he was.
Well, the ships won't be leaving till about midday tomorrow. So,
Good point. Good point.
Okay. I'd say, do you have a way of getting to Eritrude safely?
Well, I'd take a ship myself.
Okay. We can meet you there if everyone else agrees.
Sounds good to me.
Let's get Ivor.
Okay. Until you leave on that airship, I'd prefer if you stayed here, but if there's someplace safer, we can escort you there.
Oh, don't worry. I have methods of hide.
Okay.
With Rakos' grabby little hands, I don't think this is the safest place for him. Okay.
He just said he doesn't have any money.
No, but if they're trying to kill him, it doesn't matter about the money. No, I mean, they may be coming to look for
you meant for them.
And then they find him here. Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't think Alexander and I are on the best terms either.
Yeah, so I don't think any of us are safe here anymore.
Okay.
Let's hit the road.
Honestly, I
Only
have the
3
best
in the morning.
I have the best standing with them because I didn't interact at all.
That's true.
Guilty by association.
Fair
Also
enough.
true.
I don't think I turned out too bad with Marigold. I think the relationship was pretty good there.
It shouldn't be too dangerous as long as I stick to public areas, as well as one of my colleagues, Miriam. She had already acquired the services of another group from Heroes Call, so they are out in the field. I believe they're somewhere out in the tundra investigating another lead on a journal.
One of them
Well-
named Isha.
I did not meet them myself.
Oh, dang it.
Well, if you want to be a little bit more safe, I know that there's a guard who's concentrating very hard to stay awake at his post outside. Maybe you could, feign a little bit of an injury and ask for him to help take you somewhere. That way you'll always have a guard, and you'll definitely be sure that nobody's gonna mess with you as you try and get where you're going.
And we'll keep that in mind.
Jedidiah, have you gotten any sleep since the assassination happened?
Oh, well, I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but once I got back, I took a nap and only realized after I woke up from my nap that there was a corpse in the other room.
Oh! Do you need to finish sleeping and make sure that you're clear in the head before you get going? Or do you have a safe place you can hide out now?
Like I said, we're used to occupational hazards like this. We usually set up several safe zones within, anywhere we traveled.
Okay.
Okay.
They know that we're staying here. Would we be able to accompany you to a safe zone? Or another safe zone?
Given the circumstances, I believe it's safest if you do not know where the safe zones are either. We do not know their capabilities of telepathy.
And keep in mind, they don't actually know who we are. They know that we are a nuisance, but they don't know who we are.
Yes.
Probably
you're-
shouldn't be seen together.
You're right. Okay. We'll meet up with you in Eritrude.
Yes, of course. Well, good luck. And he gives you a nod, leaves the room.
Okay, get your stuff. Let's head out.
It's 3 a.m. I'm going back to bed.
You can sleep in the cart. We'll make it warm for you. Looks like
If
She
that's
can-
the case, I want to sleep too.
Yeah, I'd say
The ship leaves in the
we need to find
afternoon.
Ivor.
We'll have plenty of time.
Ivor is hidden well enough that he knows that where we're staying as well.
Exactly. If anything, he'll find us before we even wake up.
And I think he left the area. From what Ghost was describing, it sounds like that was where Alexander's manor is, and then he flew away towards Iron Soul.
About what time did we retire to our rooms last night?
Probably like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're like, you guys are half like,
Yeah.
you guys have
I
only
would
rested
like
halfway.
at least 3 more hours of sleep before we go.
Mhm.
Okay,
say
if you
that's
guys
fair.
feel safe here, let's.
Don't worry. According to you, this hammer will wake us if there's any danger.
Good point.
And I
Okay.
have a giant doorstop.
Pax will grin.
Do we want to split up again, or do you think that we could make it work in one room?
Absolutely.
No, I want to go into the other room.
Pax bursts out laughing. I need about another hour of sleep, and then I'll be fine. So I say we split up again.
I'll just go
And-
back to the same sleeping arrangements we were just at.
Okay. I'm going to be up a little early. as well.
All right.
Wake me at 6 if you would.
And do.
Okay. As the so you can all take a long rest
Woohoo!
Woo.
as you go, and as the morning comes around, sun barely starting to oh wait, no, you got the mountains to the east, so it's still pretty dark.
Light in the sky.
Yep. There's light in the sky, but it's still pretty dark. There's a small kung, kung, kung on the door, very low to the ground. From
Which room?
For your room, Pax.
Okay, I'm already awake, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna divine sense. I'm pretty sure it's Ivor, but I just want to make sure.
It's are you opening the door to do it?
Oh yeah, it is for total cover.
Yeah,
that's
total
right.
cover. So.
Okay, I will creak open the door just a little bit.
Yep, you see just a small little bat creature, and he's shivering. It's bloody cold out there last night.
I'm gonna. So I have blankets and stuff that I don't need to use because I will be cold all the time.
Oh yeah. He could like use like the furs that are the Ghost does not take up all of her furs.
Pax is gonna take his due. He asked him to be a lookout, and he did well. So Pax will kind of swaddle him, make sure that he's like getting warm, and then grab some rations or a ration and fashion it the best he can without waking anybody up to something better than a ration.
All right. As you do that, it's just like, oh, that's much better, thanks, mate. Oh. You would not believe what is going on this morning.
Actually, Ghost told us a little bit of what's happening, but I'd like to hear your story.
Oh, well, words got out that a member of the explorer's rig was butchered in his sleep.
Okay.
Small little building near the edge of town. It's cordoned off by guards. Well, they say the culprit's already been caught.
Who's the culprit?
Some beastie. Weird, malformed looking thing. Got some right claws on it. Looked demonic in my opinion.
Can you take me to where it is?
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, of course. Are we going just us, or we getting everybody together?
Pax shakes his head. Let them sleep.
All right.
I mean, I feel the least anxious if it's you, but like, come on, man, come on.
So, as you go, he points. You head outside, and he kind of like points you down each street as you go. It's about a 30-minute walk.
Okay.
And as you get there, you notice that there is a post with chain kind of blocking off this small little cabin that at first glance looks like it would just be somebody's shed. But you see a bunch of guards going at it, a small crowd of people as it is pretty early in the morning. However, you do see there are some people there with like notepads and pens writing it down, as these are reporters taking down the story. And you see a oh my gosh, what were they called? That's what they were called, snow shields. That's what the guard was called.
Sweet. I like
So
it.
you see a snow shield captain, kind of going and giving the story to the reporters. So it seems that some creature managed to scale the wall or was brought in by somebody. The investigation is still ongoing, but the creature has been dealt with. And you see another captain kind of standing near the shed. And near that captain, you see a couple of the Iron Soul mercenaries and Alexander himself standing over basically what seems to be a sliced up just monster of something. It is almost butchered to the point where it's hard to tell what it was. But you do see one massive arm with a set of claws, as you see, and he goes and you see them talking and they shake hands, they chuckle a bit, and you see the captain go pull out a bag of coin and hand it to Alexander. As Alexander goes, counts out some of the coin, gives, and then distributes it all to the several mercenaries that are there. And go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, come on, baby.
That shouldn't have been
11.
11. As best you can tell, he seems to be just be like, it's like, thanks for your hard work, and he's like shaking the hands of what are essentially his employees.
Okay.
He's just like,
And-
nicely done, nicely done.
He looks kind of chummy with the captain as well, I guess.
Yeah, it seems that the guards as a whole seem to hold the Iron Soul in high regard, in a bit of a high regard.
Okay. So I'll take that information to heart. I'm not going to go talking to the guards about anything anytime soon. Having seen... So Ivor is here with me, right?
Yeah, he's on your shoulder.
Okay. Having seen demons all my life, would I be able to, or especially butchered demons, would I be able to know what demon this would be? And if it was, or if it would be something that would have to be conjured instead, or like summoned instead of just like roaming around?
With this one, let me just see. Let me just pull up the stat block. I remember what it was. I just can't remember what its thing was. What its like stat block was. Basically, the danger level.
Yeah.
Of it is what I'm looking for. You do know this this creature. Go ahead and make a religion or history check.
All right, I'll do religion. 21.
Nice.
21. You with this creature, you'd recognize the set of claws as something known as a as a man-eater, an abyssal man-eater, a fairly decently powerful demon that would take a very experienced group of warriors to take down.
Okay.
This one you wouldn't know much about warlocks summoning it. This one was more more just something that shows up. As the name suggests, a gluttonous demon that prefers to feed on sentient creatures, whose hunger is never satisfied, and will use its claws and speed to tear everything apart.
Okay. So it'd be high ranking in there. How many people was Alexander giving the gold to?
4 people.
Okay. And knowing what I know, it would have taken, let's say, me back in my heyday, me plus how many people?
Probably at least 2 other people back in your heyday. In your
Okay.
Yeah, back in your heyday. I would say at your not quite at your peak, but
just before.
yeah, but before your peak. But so at your peak, you probably could have you were able to take one on your own.
Okay.
But the majority of your career, anywhere from 2 to 5 extra bodies were usually needed to take one of these guys down.
So
oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Not super difficult in Pax's eyes, but still knowledgeable, like enough to be a threat.
Yeah, enough to be a threat. This isn't like some sort of demon commander coming through. But this was something that, if left unchecked, 1 or 2 of them could probably tear down a whole village themselves without the proper military or guard that are there. And kind of as you're observing this, you see Alexander kind of approach the reporters, and he's they're asking him questions just like, so how does this happen? How does this even go? And he's just like, look, we're just in the dark as you are about how these how these things happen. Sometimes monsters can find their way in the walls. The walls are massive, and there's only so many people that can patrol the walls. So sometimes things can climb over. Sometimes a spell, somebody practicing magic, it can go out of control. Fact of the matter is, we don't know how it got here. What does matter, though, is that my men back there, upon discovering that there was a bit of a mishap, they were able to find and hunt down the monster and take it out before any other lives could be lost. Myself, I was sound asleep during that time, but we always have at least somebody out on patrol. So I'm just I'm just happy I have good men working under me at the moment. So Pax, while he's talking, I'm going to walk in his line of sight and smile at him again as I leave. Just kind of give him a knowing smile as he comes up with this bullcrap story about him being totally asleep and unaware. And he kind of gives him a nod and goes, "No, if you'll excuse me." And he's going to follow you.
He's going to follow me?
He's going to start walking towards you.
Okay. How far away from the Temple of Kharinal am I?
Probably a 2-hour walk.
Okay, I'm going to start walking that way.
And as you
I'm
do...
I'm going to walk slow enough that he can catch up, though.
Yep. As you do, he's going to eventually catch up to you. Is there something I can help you with?
I just thought it was an interesting demon you had there.
Yeah, I mean, those things are pretty vicious. But, I try to train my men up to the best of standards.
So it was your 4 men that took him down, not you?
No, not me, no. That was Al.
Interesting. I was going to say, I was a little proud of your work. Those aren't easy to take down all alone, but...
Well, believe me, I've done more than my fair share of fighting, but sometimes I like to have quiet nights at home.
Yeah, those are usually the best nights, especially after fighting.
So, forgive my forwardness, but, is there a problem you have with me?
Pax will smile again and be like,
Is there any reason you and your posse are trying to rob one of my clients?
honestly, I know nothing about that.
Make a deception check.
Oh. 19.
You see, I saw you all at the assembly for the Heroes Call. At first, I was against the idea, you know, business competition. I'm a businessman.
Fair.
However, I like to look on the bright side of things. I'm excited to see how you and these other groups that have formed rise to the occasion, as it were. See, I like to think that I have a keen eye for talent. And it seems that, you know, you lot might possess it, so I'll be keeping an eye on your progress, and who knows, maybe we can go into business someday.
I sure hope so. I'm gonna stretch out my hand to like shake his. And as I do so, I'm going to cast. I'm going to use my divine sense again, and then say, where I come from, usually we work together to fight the greater good, or fight for the greater good against the evil. As I put out my hand.
And he goes and he shakes your hand, and with that divine sense, you sense that presence again, just behind him. And he goes and he looks at you. Yes, well, that is what the Iron Soul does. We keep the peace where the military and guards can't.
Honorable.
Yes.
So hopefully not competition, but future allies.
Yes, of course, yeah. That is trying to do. And just please inform your friend to not keep his hands to himself, please. I understand, believe me, I've had more than my fair share of habits I've had to break in some of my men. Sometimes, you know, old habits die hard.
That's for sure.
I'll tell you what. You have my solemn word that I will not be interfering in any of your business. And should a conflict of interest come up, I will reach out to you as best I can and contact you. And maybe we can work out something mutually beneficial.
That seems fair. Just so that I know, what was he trying to take? Because I can see if he's taken anything else of the like and return them to their proper owners.
Oh, yes. You know, there's these journals, ancient journals that, you know, seem to have some sort of written in some sort of code, and it is believed that that they do lead to some sort of treasure or something of historical significance. And, well, many of my recurring clients are history buffs or collectors of some way, shape, or form, and so that is what we've been hired to investigate.
Interesting. I wonder if last night's murder might have had anything to do with that. Yeah, I'll go talk with him, make sure he shapes up.
Yes. Well, can't imagine it would have any involvement, but
Yeah, demons are tricky things sometimes.
oh, believe me, I know. I mean, I have old Aberforth right here, and he points to the invisible spot.
I will look directly at the invisible spot, knowing where it's at.
I make sure he stays invisible to not scare any of the locals, but he's quite useful, quite helpful. But don't worry, he is fully under control. Not by contract or anything, no, by actual magical submission. He is fully within my grasp, but getting him to get that way, that was a whole nother thing.
I'm gonna kind of like spit with venom, be like, it takes a special kind of person to enslave a demon instead of kill it.
Ah, well.
But I guess tools are tools, aren't they?
To an extent. I believe with enough effort, anything can be rehabilitated. With time, I think just about anyone can come around. And he'll look you dead in the eye when he says that. But I best be going. I have a meeting with some clients. Thank you for your time. Well, I look forward to any potential business deals that you know, we may be having. And
Sounds good to me.
as he starts walking off. Oh, and just a I do have one request though.
What's that?
I would prefer not to be watched within the privacy of my own home, so if you wouldn't mind relaying that to your other friend, that would be most appreciated.
That's fair enough.
Said, you respect me and mine, I will respect you and yours.
I'll nod in agreement. Be like, that's a fair enough deal.
What does Ivor do?
Ivor.
Ivor's-
He's just in there. And
He's
from
just
his
like-
point of view, he just looks out the window and you just see.
Just
On
his
the
nose
glass.
right up against the glass, yeah. I feel like I have Ivor back behind my shield on my arm.
Yeah, you see him. Ivor looks up to you and just a look up here. Oh shit on his face.
I'm not gonna look at Ivor. I'm gonna keep on looking at Alexander. I'll just smile and say, I'll get my people under wraps. I'm sorry that they're misbehaving.
Believe me, I know the struggle.
Hey, just between the two of us, I've had to break worse, so it's better.
Yes, well, I will have some stories to tell you about some of my rookies when they first joined. Oh man, there were some I even had to call the guards on. They spent a week or more in jail for the crap that they tried to pull, but we whipped them into shape. But you know, like I said, anyone can come around. Well,
Anyone can, and I'll look him dead in the eye again.
You tell him. Tell him.
I'll say,
Stop
All right,
talking your sleep, ghost.
I'll let you get back to what you're doing. Thanks for talking with me. It was very insightful.
Oh, yes. Well, if you have any questions or wish to speak to me, if I'm in town, during the daytime, you might be able to find me at the guild hall, but I believe you already know where that is.
I do. All right. I will, if I ever need anything, I will find you. I'll say it nicely as possible. Be like,
No.
but the threat behind it just a little bit.
I'll find you.
He'll smile and nod and turn and walk away.
Okay, as I'm going to walk for a little bit and then divine sense. Just, knowing that Ivor's there, I want to know if anything else is.
You are not being followed.
Okay. For now.
For now.
Knowing that he knows that we saw him, we need to get out of here as quick as possible. I am going to go find Agdane wherever he was at because I'm already out.
Right. So as you're going, you make your way to kind of the marketplace district. As you see Agdane and some of the surviving ranch hands. They're out early. They're putting up help wanted posters and things, and setting up like a little booth for people to come and sign up. And as you approach, one of the hands kind of nudge him, and he looks over. Oh, you survived!
Yeah, we got rid of that hag for you.
It was a hag?
There was a hag and Pack Lord there. You should have seen what Rakos did to the Pack Lord. It was so cool. I'm trying to play off way happier than I am with what just happened with Alexander.
And he is like enthralled with this, just like, well, does an old man good to know that his people have been avenged and can rest. I believe I owe you a reward, don't I?
Yes, you do. I also wanted to come and check up. I had a young man named Matthew stop us on the trail asking for work. Wanted to see if he had stopped by.
No one by that name as of yet, but we haven't we haven't finished setting up yet. Today will be our first day of recruitment.
Okay, sounds good. If he does come by, let him know Pax is looking for him.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. I can definitely do that. As he goes and he
tell him I said that you guys they're the hardest, or tell him that I told you that they're the hardest workers I know. So I expect greatness of them.
Well, I will pass along your kind words. Now, and here's this, and he kind of goes and goes around, opens up this chest with some of their other stuff they're setting up, pulls out this meaty sack of gold, and hands it out to you. 500 as promised.
Are you sure you don't need any of this for your rebuilding your farm?
Oh, don't worry. I may be old, but I've saved up more than enough to get done what I need to.
Okay.
Please, I insist.
All right, as long as you insist, I'll reach out my hand I take the money and then I shake his hand and say, if you ever need anything again, let us know.
Oh, of course. Well, I hope I won't need you again soon, but if I do, I'll know exactly who to look for.
Even if it's just for a drink, we'll be there.
On the house.
I can make a mean beef stew. So, if you ever want to have a little potluck, let's do it.
Yes, and I will supply the mead.
Let's do it. Okay. I will continue to walk off.
Right.
Y'all have a good one. Woo!
Yeah, and they'll like kind of
Done.
wave to you as you're leaving.
Woo! Immediate face darken.
Anxiety.
Eventually,
No, I'm
Stone
going
face.
on my way back. I want to talk with Ivor.
all right.
Glare daggers at this kid and be like, "Dude, I told you to be careful. Be careful, little demon. I told you to be careful."
I was bloody invisible. I can't plan for everything. They might have some sort of way to divine a presence or something.
That's fair, and I'm grateful that you did it. I'm sorry, I'm a little on edge.
Oh, can't imagine why.
Demons get me a little riled up. Devils less so, but still a little.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I've treated you poorly.
Well,
Not my intent.
Oh, don't worry. If there's anyone that hates demons more than you, it's probably a devil. I mean, demons kind of suck ass.
Pax is gonna brighten up a little bit. They do suck ass, don't they? They suck so much ass.
and Ivor will go into this story of just like, one time I was on, and he starts going to thing. He's on this layer of hell, and then there was like a demon attack, and then this one demon like stole like a piece of food that he had been slow cooking for like 6 hours, and something like that.
Pax in this moment is gonna open up and be real serious with Ivor. Say, you know, I'm glad that you can appreciate how evil demons are. I don't want you telling anybody else, but my wife and child were killed by demons.
Ah, I mean, yeah. I tend to do things like that.
So if you would help me hunt down and track any demon, including that piece of shit, Alexander, I will find his demon. I will make it pay. But if you can help me with that, we'll be friends.
Now, this is something I could get in on.
I'm gonna hold out my finger so that he can shake my
Yeah,
finger.
he'll shake it. It's a deal, mate. And
Okay.
eventually,
Keep on walking.
you return to the Barfist, enter in, and awake the rest of your party, which is where we are going to go on to break. So, for player reference, we'll pick up right at 7:06, and we will be back in just one moment. So we will see you soon. And we are back. So, rest of the party, you are awoken by Pax early in the morning. Probably somewhere between 6:30 a.m. right now.
Mm-hmm.
5 more minutes, Mom. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready.
Lux, we talked about this. I'm not your mother.
But you have such a fair complexion.
I might be beautiful, but this is just the body I was given.
Yeah. If you were my mom, you'd be naked. No, she had a little bit more fur. No, I mean she had more fur on her. No,
Max is
not
gonna
saying
cover
my,
his face.
not,
Weird
not saying my
household
mom
did
won't
you
be
grow
while
up
she was
in?
naked, but, you know,
I'm glad, Rakos, I'm glad that you know that's weird. That's not right.
for all you know, I could be naked right now. I'm covered
Please
with
stop
fur.
talking, Lux.
Okay, go away so I can ready myself for the day.
It's actually just a coat. It's not actually fur.
Okay.
With 16 charisma, you think only the nymphs can do that.
So, eventually, you get ready for the day.
I'm
Eventually.
going to let everybody know almost everything that happened besides what I said to Ivor and no, everything else besides just that.
So let me get this straight. We woke up at 3 a.m. from someone we had met who had just been murdered. His friend had been murdered. And we had just had a long conversation about how dangerous this group is. And you thought, I should go talk to him.
I didn't know he was going to be there.
You know what? With all this scolding, this can happen on the road. We need to move now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
is
Let's go.
I'm not
I've already-
scolding.
Scold him in the cart.
I'm trying to
Lux
understand.
leaves.
Like,
He doesn't even listen.
that wasn't a good idea. You know, you could have just woken us and we would have gone with you,
I'm
right?
going to
Get
hold
the
up a
horses
hand
ready.
and just say, I understand it was stupid. Can we talk about this in the cart? I will tell you my reasons there. We need to
Right.
go get this journal as soon as possible. I think.
Well, what about? Oh, no, you went to Agden as well. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, which
uh,
actually gives us time to register our name if we want to.
I think we should pass by, register our name, and go to get tickets for the airship and go. We need to head out.
I mean, it won't be going until noon, so I don't think we can make it go any faster.
We will find a way. We have to leave.
We will hijack the air balloon.
Okay, let's calm down for a second. I get we're on a race against time, but so is he. If he has to use the air balloon as well, or go on foot, he's going to be going at the same pace or slower than us.
Ghost, I don't like that you're right now, okay?
Well, you're going to have to get a lot more. Let's slow down, take a breather, and go register our damn name. Let's go.
Does anybody have anything else they want to do besides register our name?
Cast mage armor.
Easy enough.
There we
Cha-ching.
go.
Right?
I mean, we could always stop by the stoner and grab a potion or two.
I say we grab a potion or two and maybe some stuff to make a potion as well.
See? There we go. We wouldn't have done that if we were rushing the whole time.
Ghost! I told you, I don't like that you're right now.
She just looks very smug.
Pax is gonna let Ivor out from the behind his shield and give it to her. Be like, I found this last night.
Ivor, how are you?
Well,
Is anybody else out at the cart?
I'm doing fine. as you each go and load up the cart. The city hall is just around the corner, so easy enough to get there.
We're also so afterwards we're gonna go stop by the stoner, right?
Did you hand us the money, by the way?
I have all 500 at the moment.
You have not divvied it out yet?
Not yet, but I can. What? It's between the four of us, so
Just
125.
carry mine.
Yep.
We never divvied out the other coin either. We just kept it in.
We
one
spent it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
we spent it, but we just had me carry it. is
you just
I
be the
think what she's
you be
saying.
the tank bank.
I would like my share.
Okay, I'll give you your share. You get 125. Anybody else like their share, or do they want me to keep a hold of it? Ghost gets her share. Lux, take it or leave it, dude.
You can hold on to it for now, but
'Kay.
I don't want to see you giving away my share with your paladin goodwill stuff.
That's why I'm holding on to mine.
Hey, I have.
I
it
have things I
separated.
want to buy.
I have it separated. I know which is ours, or what is mine, and what is the party's.
I trust you. I was just putting that out there because now I can hold you to it.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
We have.
I just like holding money.
You just. Okay. If you ever just want to like hold my hair, that's fine too.
Last
I won't be doing that, but the gesture is nice.
Any last vote on what our name's gonna be? Anybody else have any other ideas? While I was sleeping, I was thinking, it's funny, Rakos, about giving him a hard time, because I was thinking about the hard times. Or the heavy stoners.
Oh no!
No? Anybody?
Heavy stoners. Once again, that's a good name for the alchemy shop.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, but it doesn't have anything to do with stone. He's just stoned. I just figure, my stone, this guy's stone, Reiko's swinging of stones everywhere. She's made of stone. Okay.
Ghost is made of stone.
No.
No, she looks like she's made of stone. I mean, very beautiful, golden, sparkly stone. A precious gemstone.
I'll take that.
So it only takes you a couple minutes to reach the city hall. And yeah, as you do, you go in, you enter, and it seems a bit more set up, still a bit hastily thrown together, but there's less representatives there now as you're going. But you do see that secretary lady that you saw that
Previously
took
helped.
your previously helped you. She goes and looks. Oh, you're back.
Yes, we're alive. We've got our
Oh.
name.
Oh, do you now? Let me go. And she goes around a corner, comes back with this file, opens it up. So I have it here. Is still pending.
It's
Yes.
gonna be the oddities.
The oddities. Oh, that's so much fun. I love it. As she writes
He
it
leans
down.
over to Pax and just like, when do you think she's gonna say something ominous?
I bet she says one more sentence, and then the one after that is the ominous one.
I'll bet you 1 gold on that.
Double or nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Shake hands.
Maybe I should hold the gold.
It's from my gold, and you can't even
And-
hear us.
And
Perception check.
as she's just like, oh. Now having a name is just gonna make it so much easier for you guys. Yeah, it's a shame that a lot of the parties didn't get the chance to think of a name, but
before they died.
Yeah, most of them
one
did.
gold. I'm gonna pass 1 gold over to Max.
You don't hand it to me because I'm the one that said the.
Oh man.
I'm gonna take the gold from you. I'll just kind of flip it and
Ominous.
like catch it again. And be like,
Didn't you say double or nothing?
Well,
3 more sentences.
well, is there anything is there anything else I can help you with?
nope, I think that's it. Let's go. Trying to win the bet again.
Before he loses more money. Okay.
So what do you think of the other groups?
Oh, they're nice. They're
Have
hardworking
a good
too.
They come in all packages, including ones tied with ribbons.
What?
6 feet under. Nothing. Just
Anything else about them?
I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna. Can I sleight of hand a 1 gold or like 1 silver piece so she doesn't say anything?
You can certainly try.
Sleight of hand.
I don't know
ready?
if she'll understand it. She's like, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a government worker. I can't accept tips.
No, I'm gonna look at her really like we need to leave. Please, please let us go.
Yeah, she doesn't understand.
Dadgummit.
And she's like, "Oh, thank you. You said you were leaving. Why are you?"
Yep, we're leaving.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna grab Rikos this time.
It's just like the
Hold
awkward
along with
silence
me.
where you're all just
He
staring at
seems
each
sad.
other.
He seems sad. That counts as ominous. Or
I'll tell you
confused.
what,
I don't know. All
You
right.
keep
you're
your
right.
money on that one, okay? I'll take your 1 gold piece.
Okay, let's get what supplies we need and get to the airship, because if there's any way that we can make it go faster.
Hijacking.
Oh, we don't need to hijack it.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask you, are these ships... Actually, I guess I could just ask Gavin because we've been on the ship before. Are the ships, do they have any storage compartments for carriages and things? Or
Yes,
are we
they
just
do.
leaving... Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
they do.
Good. Okay, because
Yeah,
I guess we
they're
would have
big.
known that
Yeah,
from our
they're-
other
yeah,
one.
they're big. That's how merchants usually do that. But it is a bit too expensive for the normal people to be able to do it. It's actually cheaper to hire bodyguards for a trip on foot for some people.
Oh shoot. Do we know how much it is to fly the carriage or the wagon over there? No.
We should probably figure that out before we try to board.
Yeah.
Hijacking the ship kind of making a little bit more and more sense, Rikos.
I was just kidding.
Oh.
No.
You
That's
know,
a terrible idea.
A couple
Also
gold
like,
coins
yeah.
and a silver tongue can get you a little bit further.
Not when there are hundreds of other passengers to
You
think
never
of.
know. Never know till you talk to the right people.
I don't think that's right.
Okay, let's
Right,
go. Let's go to
wrong.
the stoner, and I would also. I'm curious about Mordecai's. Mordecai's stockpile? Is that what it is?
Yep, Mordecai's stockpile.
I want to go to the Mordecai's stockpile.
We would also like to eat before we go. So if we could have lunch before we go, that would be nice.
I can whip something up.
We're in the city. We might as well get some cooked food.
Are you saying I can't cook?
No, your food is great, but I want something different.
Fine.
Listen. We're doing other food now, so we can enjoy.
Pax is
the
mildly
food on the
offended right
road.
now.
We're saving your food for later. See?
Eventually, so
I just want
you-
something else.
So you guys,
Don't say anything.
you guys make your way to the shop. I was just scrolling through my notes trying to find. I can't find the name of the shop in my notes. Don't know where I typed it down.
The alchemy shop?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
have it
know
written
the
down.
area
Oh, you
Okay.
do?
It was the iron cauldron or
the
something like that.
stoner is.
Wasn't it like the iron
I
cauldron?
think we just
Something like that.
adopted the stone.
Okay, everybody stop. Let's dual screen, look at the previous feed. And
Yeah.
It's okay. We go to it. We go to where the
Yeah.
story
Sandhigh
goes.
General Goods, Blackford Tannery, Mordecai Stockpile, Redmond and Reaver, and apparently I didn't write down the alchemy shop.
I have.
We'll just call it the stone
written down
cauldron.
somewhere, but I don't have my backpack.
Yeah, I
with me.
can't find it. I'll find it eventually.
The stone cauldron.
It's
You know,
fine. We're just
he's a
gonna call it
stoner.
that.
But as you enter, you see the lanky furbolg on the other side. Oh, hey guys! Hey.
Hey, Stony, how's it going?
That's funny.
Hey, I brought you something. And I whip out the Knoll Lord that I carved. And then I also whip out the hag and I said, we actually went and took on these two things, and I thought one of them would be a pretty good mascot outside your store. What do you think?
That's cool, man. I really like it.
Which one?
I don't know, I kind of like the hag.
Okay. So he puts the Knoll Lord. Okay, so I'm gonna remember that, and I just made a good connection. Somebody that can provide some stone, and next time we're in town, I'll start working on that statue outside. But we've already been telling people about your shop. You been getting a lot of business?
No more than usual, but I mean that's fine.
It's okay. It'll pick up. So, did you get any more supply in for healing potions?
Nah, man. I haven't
Nothing?
gotten restocked yet.
Oh man. Well, what do you have?
I've got let's see, and he kind of like rifles through. I've got some herbal medicines.
I'm sure you do.
Sometimes do some things.
Sometimes
This
you-
concoction helps with erectile dysfunction.
Lux needs that.
All right, that'll be 5 silver.
I'm gonna give him 5 silver to make it believable.
and he slides over the ED medicine.
Oh man.
Ghost is just
So
the disappointment is insurmountable. She's gonna go the other way and look for like a salt bath pouch or something. A salt bomb.
Which they're
So
there's
is
some other
Pax
stuff
gonna
there.
hand me the
a bath
potion?
bomb.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand you the erectile dysfunction potion.
Oh, I am putting the ED potion in my pouch,
Good.
and you have no idea when it's gonna end up in one of your drinks.
In my drinks, you'll never know.
Oh,
I have
God.
resistance to being poisoned.
It's not poison. It's a healing potion. Love potion.
Let's see.
Potion.
What other kind of things are you guys looking for?
Well,
Some more of those ingredients would be nice. Like we bought the other day.
Well, like I said, I haven't gotten any new shipments in or made anything new, so I'm
how
tapped
many-
out on that front.
How many
you
health
have-
potions do you have on hand?
Like I said, I haven't been able to restock. I sold you all I had.
We bought the last one.
all out. Okay.
Do you have any bath salts?
Oh
the
yeah,
drugs.
that corner over there.
Okay, she quickly leaves and goes to them. And she like look through them before picking one and then bringing it back and she sets it down. She, I'd like this one.
All right, that's gonna be a copper.
Oh, she'll just hand him a gold.
Oh, thank you. But I said it's a copper. This is a gold.
I think she wants change.
Oh. Yeah. And then he counts out 9 silver, 9 copper, and slides it over to you.
You happen to
Oh,
have
gosh.
anything that you can make
Fine.
what some of the alchemists call alchemist fire?
I don't have any on hand, but I can put in an order for the ingredients for it to be able to make it down the road.
That'd be great. Let's do that. And make sure on that next order list you got plenty of supplies for health potions, because
Oh, believe me, those things sell. They're my highest seller.
so can we pre-order some and you set it aside so it doesn't sell before we come back?
I've never done that before, but I guess I could.
Okay. What would it cost? How many potions do you think, guys?
I mean, we don't know when we'll be back.
No, that's fine, but we're gonna get them sometime when we get back.
At least 2.
How about at least 2 per person? We all want to stay alive, right?
That's a lot of money.
No, one per person, so enough for 4 potions.
200 gold.
1 second, keep it down. So if we were to prepay, do you think we could get a little bit of a discount on 4 potions?
Make a persuasion check.
Gavin sounds so defeated right now. Make a persuasion check.
Oh man, I only got a 21.
Normally I get a 36.
I can knock off 10 gold off of that order.
Okay, 10 gold per potion. That's awesome. Okay, so 160 gold.
No, 10 gold off of the full order.
Can I do another persuasion check?
He's not high enough for this.
You can certainly try.
Let me try. Let me just
He's
try.
gonna up the price now. I have a feeling.
He's not high enough for this. Oh no.
Nat 20!
No freaking way!
Wait, what? My screen said Nat 20 and then it pulled up and said
No, it's a
5.
2!
No, it was a 20. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I failed. Oh, that was weird. It could have glitched. Yeah, because it pulled up a 2 plus the modifier. So anyway, on my screen it was a 20. I'm like, yes. Unnatural digital dice. Anyway, okay.
And as he was just like, sorry, I have to be able to make a profit on these things, man. Otherwise, I would have been out of business a long time ago.
What do you guys think? 190 gold, 4 potions.
I would rather check out the alchemy shop in Rhymevale than spend my money on that here, on a potion we won't be using currently.
I agree.
There's alchemy shops all over the place.
Okay.
Rather spend my money on something I can use.
Makes sense. Okay, looks like my compatriots decided that we need something a little bit sooner, which makes sense. But we'll hit you back up when we're back this way, and I'll get that 6 sweet statue for you. Okay?
No problem. Just do what you gotta do, man. I take no offense to it.
Okay. Love. See ya.
Yeah, you too, man.
Gosh.
We head out.
I would like to stop by the blacksmith before we leave.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Blacksmith and Mordecai's stockpile.
Is Redmond and Reaver the blacksmith?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Redmond and Reaver are
wait, no,
the
those are your horses. Those are your
Oh,
horses.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
There was one that was like
What's
I
don't have it written down.
like that, and then
I don't remember. I can't find my note page on the shops.
Okay, so we'll just go to the blacksmith then. I'll worry about writing it down later.
All right. So, as you head over to the blacksmith, it's a pretty large shop, and it looks like it's actually made up of many blacksmiths working their own kind of like their own forges and stuff. And and it seems that as you enter, there is a till. It's up there, and it is being run by a dwarven man with this braided, soot-stained beard and shaved head. And he seems to be going and flipping through papers, writing things down, and occasionally shouting things back at the blacksmiths behind him.
How do you do, sir?
Well, I'm doing fine. How can I help you?
Me and my friends here, we are going to be leaving this city, but I've recently come into acquisition of a new maul and a glaive, and I no longer need the ones that I crafted myself. They are quite nice and of good make. Here, you can expect them if you'd like. And then I'm going to pull out the maul and the glaive.
I'm going to pull out the long sword, not the moon-touched one, just the normal long sword as well, and kind of hand it alongside.
And
Now,
I'm going to cast Distort Value.
That has verbal and somatic components.
Oh,
He will notice you casting that spell.
no.
Now, I did not craft this one, but I did craft these two. And being a smith in this area, I'm sure you recognize the design and the metals used. It comes from the hills, iron found in the hills near the Rookwind tribe. And like I said, I did craft them myself, and they are dear to me, but I need to lighten my load, and I would like to sell them to you.
And he looks at all three. Yes, these are of quite exceptional make. A bit dinged up, but we can buff those out. I think we could turn a bit of a profit for them. Let's say 20 gold for all three weapons.
20 gold for all three. The materials alone cost at least 30 gold.
Yes, when the weapon isn't used.
Given...
What's the name of another blacksmith shop?
Let me... No, they're all just next to each other.
Okay, no. Okay, just really quick, because this is something Lux would interject. But Gavin, would we know the name of another blacksmith shop?
Not like a dedicated in this market section, not in the immediate area, but there's probably some practicing blacksmiths scattered around the city.
Okay, so but I might know about a different blacksmith in the city.
You don't know one personally.
But even the name of one, I wouldn't have known the name of one.
There's not like an actual official like blacksmith shop like this one.
Okay.
Yeah, more just like your local blacksmiths that, make the nails and things like that.
Okay, so I know what Lux would do that. So, hey, Rakos, it's okay. You don't need to bother haggling with him. I mean,
Lux, I can speak for myself. I appreciate you interjecting with the other ones, but I am okay selling my own materials.
okay.
I will accept it for 20 gold. They are dinged up, and that is a fair price. I appreciate it, and I know you are trying to be helpful, and I appreciate it, but I don't need it.
Yes, yeah, yes, it's incredibly fine make if I do say so, but I have to be able to sell these for a profit, also including the labor.
And you have to make the dings out.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense.
If they were
if the tables were turned, I would have done the same.
Yes, if they were in perfect condition, I would have gladly given you the 30. But
you could call this one Knoll Crusher when you sell it, if you'd like. Use it to bash in quite a few knolls. It was pretty fun.
Well, I will definitely have that in the notes. All right, here is your 20 gold, and he slides it over to you.
And then I'd say, and feel free to leave my name there as well. I am quite well known around these southern areas. Just say it is make from Ironhoof Smithing.
Oh, well, yes, definitely. And do you have some form of way to contact you? As you can see, and he points back to the blacksmiths, we sponsor local blacksmiths and basically manage the business side of things for them. So, Is there a way we can contact you if someone requests work done by you specifically?
Yes. So we are mercenaries. We are registered as the Oddities. So you can look us up in the city hall. But also, if you ever are down near South Pass, you can find my father, who's likely taken up shop as well, still at the Rookwind tribe.
All right, I will include that in the notes. Thank you for your patronage.
And my father's name is Rojan.
Rojan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll probably be reaching out in the next few weeks here.
Perfect. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. What was your name again?
No, Augustus. Augustus Bronzeweaver.
My name is Rikos. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
And not that I need anything, but do you mind if I just browse your wares? I always enjoy admiring the work of another smith.
Oh, yes, feel free.
Gonna whisper to Rakos. Do you think they have a better shield here than the one that I've got?
I mean, it's likely. I mean, well, you could always just ask. What do you have as far as shields are concerned?
Well, all our shields are made to order, as given the fact that they how they operate. Usually, people come in with very specific specifications, so we typically don't have shields on display. We receive the specifications of how we want it to look, weight range, and things like that, and then we'll forge it to the best of our abilities. And I will recommend it to the blacksmith, who I feel is the most capable of producing what the client wants.
And do you have anyone nearby or anyone that you work with that might be able to enhance it magically? I know Coradine is a large city. I've heard of such things. I just never really had access down at home.
Oh, no. No, we do not have any magical services on retainer. Usually, if we have any magic items, they are sold to us, or we buy them from mercenaries such as yourself. But I do not have any in stock at the moment.
And one other question. If I'm away from home and unable to get to my smithing tools, would I be able to use your forge?
Oh, yes, of course. You would just have to register with us, and there would need to be a free one open for you at that time.
Right. Makes sense. And how does one register with you?
Well, basically, you come up to the counter here, and you just rent it for the day.
Ah, I see. Not a long-term thing, but more of a short-term.
More of a short term.
I definitely would like to, in the future, upgrade my armor, my weapons, and things of the like, but I don't know when I'll be back home to access my forge.
Aye, well, this one's always open to you should you need it.
Well, mighty fine work you have here. Is there anything that you guys need to do here?
Not at the moment. Maybe later on when I'm upgrading my armor.
Right. Which I would be happy to help with that.
Yeah.
The offer still stands.
I would be more than happy to have custom built armor from Rakos.
Yeah,
I could put my family crest on it if you'd like.
We're gonna have to have him do a collab with a leather worker for what I need.
Actually, I do have something that I would like to sell if possible. I have a sickle that I never use.
Oh, yeah, I could take that. And,
It's in great condition, barely used.
Just looking at
'Cause
the
I can't
prices.
use it.
She took one swing with the sickle, and that was it.
Yeah, and as it's like, yes, it's in great condition. I could give you a gold for this. It's very simple weapon.
That will work.
Of course. And he'll slide you the gold, take the sickle.
Actually, I guess I do have one more question. Not that I need it right now, but do you ever offer deals to blacksmiths as far as buying the raw materials themselves?
Oh, yeah. We, as a, with this shop, we buy the supplies in bulk, and then should a client come through us, then we will just take a portion of the pay to cover the materials, and we will provide the materials. However, should you make something of your own volition, just renting, then the materials you'll have to buy from us at standard price.
How much
Unless you
for a bar or an ingot of silver?
Oh, an ingot of silver.
How much would that cost?
That's how much it weighs. Let's see. An ingot of pure silver probably run you about 50 or so gold.
All right. I would like to actually buy that.
Oh, yes, I could get that for you right now.
Yes, that would be great.
All right. And you see he goes and he'll shout at somebody back there to go grab it, and within a minute, just a pristine, pure silver ingot is placed on the counter before you.
Perfect. Now, I would ask to rent the forge for the day to use this, but we are on kind of a time crunch, so if I don't find a forge elsewhere, when I eventually make my way back here, I will likely forge something with this.
All right. Well, it's always open for you, 24 hours a day.
Right. Well, pleasure doing business with you, Augustus, and I hope to see you in the future as well.
Likewise.
Yeah, they give him a handshake, and then... All right, then turn around to you guys. All right. Next up, you said Mordecai's, right?
Let's go.
What was Mordecai's again?
Mordecai's stockpile. I have no clue, but Pax is intrigued.
Oh, okay. Where did we hear about Mordecai's?
We saw as we were looking around for shops.
Okay. But we didn't stop in there before.
No.
Okay.
Seen the entrance and the sign, basically.
Okay. Good old Mordecai's.
Right. So, Mordecai's is a strange kind of asymmetrical building. And as you enter in, you notice cluttered shelves just full of knickknacks and strange, bits and bobs around. There's some weapons here and there. They look old. A lot of things looking around look secondhand. And for lack of a better term, you get a very pawn shop feeling about this.
Ooh.
Yes.
Pax wants to look for plate armor.
Yeah, Ghost is immediately going in and looking for like the oldest looking thing in there.
And
Lux is looking for something like studded armor, studded leather.
And as you're looking around, kind of in the center of this is like this circular counter desk area. And you see this large black dragonborn. He's wearing these this like finely tailored coat, and seems to be leaning back on a large comfortable chair. He's got 2 tendrils that kind of come down, and they're crescented with jewelry, and a third tendril that hangs off of his chin, and these large fins kind of going back on back his head. Kind of looks. He's got these bright red eyes. He looks around. Welcome to my shop. I am Mordecai. Is there something I can help you with today?
I think we're just looking around. I'm looking for plate armor or shield.
Oh, plate armor is very expensive, my friend.
Yeah, I just want a ballpark.
Yes.
Roughly 1,500 gold
Yeah,
pieces.
you're looking between 1,500 to 2,500 gold pieces.
Holy smokes, even secondhand?
Yes.
Well, there's also the cost of remeasuring it and somewhat reforging it to you. I mean, and honestly, when it comes to armor sets, unless it's enchanted, I would say buy new. You don't know what kind of crap it's been
Packs.
through, both figuratively and literally.
Rakos, what's up?
If you help me get the materials, I can just make some for you.
No, I was just excited. I'm sorry.
Do you have any
I want
nice,
some as well.
studded armor? Studded leather? By any chance you come across any of that?
Oh, I don't have anything like that for sale in my shop here.
Okay.
For the most part, I like to collect unique things. Usually, so if someone comes in with standard armor, I don't buy it from them.
Well, I have something from our last little adventure. He pulls out the carving of the Knoll Lord. Say, what would you give for something like this?
Oh, and he kind of goes and he'll like look at it. You see, he pulls out one of those little like monocle things. Oh, very fine craftsmanship. I would say I could take that off your hands for 3 gold.
3 gold. What do you guys think? Is it worth it? 3
That
gold?
was more than a weapon.
What was that?
That was more than a weapon, and it's much smaller.
Okay. Okay. What do you think, Pax? Do you think it's worth 3 gold?
I think that's a fair price.
What do you think, Rakos?
For one of the figurines?
Yeah. This
It is really nice, but I've seen children's toys sell for a copper.
The Pax is gonna laugh.
I'll take the 3 gold. It's okay. I'm not gonna listen to this guy. I'm not taking
The-
his bowl today.
The 3 gold? Yes, of course. And he'll immediately toss it to you. You know, there are people that collect things like this. They'll use them in these strange games that they'll play. That, it's like they'll put like a bit of terrain out on the table, and they'll use these as like representative of characters within their game.
That's awesome. Do you play?
Oh no, never had the chance to myself. But I do have many collectors of that, so
Well, that being
there's
said,
definitely a market for these.
so while we're out and about, if we come back by, is there anything in particular you'd be looking forward to and worth paying for?
Oh, no, there's usually nothing I have my sights set on. It's usually people bring me interesting things and we haggle about them.
Okay.
I'd like to know if you have any interesting rocks.
Interesting rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do have
Turning into Lux.
I do have a geode that is full of amethyst. I could part with that for maybe, let's say 5 gold.
Oh. Make it 2 and I'll give you a dagger.
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, dang it. I only have a +6. 13.
That seems fair.
Wait. 2 gold. And
Yes,
we
and
need dagger.
everything that you see with on the shelves is for sale. However, for magical items, you'll have to browse the catalog here.
Ooh, I want to look at the catalog.
She'll just
And
pocket
he'll
the shield.
slide over this little paper to you.
What's it got on it?
It has a. Let me look at my list. It has a ring of cold resistance for 500 gold.
That's not bad.
And a boomerang shield for 250.
Oh, what?
A javelin?
What the frick is a boomerang shield?
What is that?
Wait,
It's a circle and it has a star in the middle of it,
Okay.
and it defies the laws of physics.
wait. If
Okay.
it's a boomerang shield, is it a boomer shield?
Okay.
It explodes.
Give me a sec. It signed me out of my thing.
No,
Says
it's
you
only
can
for
make-
old people, for boomers.
Okay,
It's
boomer.
just made of
Come on,
sodium. It's just made of
Armor
pure
shield.
sodium. If it touches
Okay.
water, it blows
Common
up.
requires
Boomerang-
attunement.
Yeah, boomerang shield requires attunement, and it says you can make a ranged weapon attack with this magic shield. It has a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet, and it uses your strength or dexterity for the attack roll of your choice. If you're proficient with shields, you're proficient with attacks made using the shield. On a hit, it deals 1d6 slashing damage. If you throw the shield, it reappears in your hand the instant after it hits or misses a target.
When Captain America throws his
That's
mighty
what I was exactly
shield.
thinking.
So would he be able to use his interceptor within 60 feet then?
No.
He throws
That
a
would be
shield to block the
hilarious.
damage.
No, he would not
Oh
be
my
able
God.
to, but he would be able to make ranged attacks while staying in range.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
I
shield
wouldn't have to
ring.
use spells.
That is awesome.
We all know we were thinking that, right?
Pax likes it, but he's not in love with it, so he's gonna think about it.
You should get that. That sounds quite interesting.
I also don't have 200 gold.
I will spot you the money just so you can have
250.
that.
Oh man.
What? How much was it, Gavin?
250.
250.
250. I have 141 gold to my name right now.
I could spot you 50 if someone else wants to chip in. I don't mind. I mean, come on. It would be interesting, wouldn't it? What do
I
you
wanted
guys
to.
say?
It will be
Interesting, but it's not like health potions useful right now. I think it's more of a.
We'll
That's
have the
fair,
money
that's fair.
left over for
Think
that.
of it.
Well, if it's
Think about it this way. He'll be able to intercept more with a fancy shield that can fly through the air.
I will say he has been more useful than the potions we've had so far.
Pax is kind of blushing just a little bit. A little
I
blushing under rock feels like it's like a little more glinty.
As you get a gold undertone.
It's
Yeah,
it's
there you go.
dusty.
It's dusty. I have to wipe myself off.
Okay, shopkeeper. I think we need our friend here to upgrade his shield. But I have a question. Would you be willing to come down on the price a little bit if we make a
I'll
little bit
trade
of a
in my
deal?
shield for it.
And as you say that, Badger, Mordecai goes like, absolutely not.
This is Gavin's retribution.
You come to a secondhand shop already getting a discount.
Okay.
What if we threw in some of his gold hair?
Pax looks mortified.
No, he gave me more than a fair enough amount for the stone statue. I think it's a good deal. So you can take 50 for mine.
I just need 9 left, but
I can supply the 9
Don't-
left.
it doesn't need to happen, okay? We can make this happen other ways. It
Toss in the
doesn't-
gold ghosts.
Yeah.
I put
We're already putting it across the counter.
Get him the shield.
Pax, deep down, you know you really want this.
Maybe.
We all want it.
We will all benefit from this.
I'm
Think
gonna
of this as you're buying this
So-
for us.
So I will say, no, you will not be able to do the intercept at a range, but you do get the range
Yeah,
check.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and before you can argue too much more packs, he already starts pulling in some of the gold.
Putting it into his pocket.
I pull out everything that I have that's my personal gold, and I'll give it to him. I'll say,
Plus the
okay,
50 that's mine.
really sheepishly, like,
And
I'll pay
the
you guys
50
back, I
that's
promise.
mine.
Yeah.
And as you
I
see,
contribute.
him go, well, thank you for your patronage. And he'll go, and you see him snap his fingers, and you see a couple sparks fly from that snap as you see this pillar from the ceiling fall down and like stop right next to him, burying the shield as he pulls the shield off. And the shield looks just looks to be made of like this gleaming steel, this gleaming round steel, and the edges of it are bladed and serrated bladed, and so it looks a little bit like a saw blade as he goes and places it.
Finishing.
He places it on the counter.
Pax will pick up the shield, hold it up like it's like the best thing that's ever happened to him in this life.
I imagine there's a little bit of a squeal. Just
He's just like,
Happy
And then
birthday, Pax. Happy birthday.
he'll like look at everybody else, be like, "Are you sure? I can try selling it back."
just take it. Take it already.
Pax, like, his shield that he has right now it's not like connected through a handhold, it's more just on his arm. So he'll peel off the shield and put the other one on, and he just looks so happy. He's like, does anybody else want the shield? The other shield?
No.
No.
You're my
Mordecai,
shield.
how much would you want for a shield that's been used more than once?
Yeah, 5 gold.
There we go.
And
Down.
he'll slide it across, and he'll just go look at it, and then just throw it over his shoulder as you hear it clang in the background.
Pax looks horrified that what just happened. He like, really? Okay. Then I'm gonna take the 5 gold and instantly give it to Ghost.
No, you keep it. You just spent all of your gold. I
I
gave
need to
the
make my
least.
dues.
If anything, you should give it to the other two.
Well, you are going to be the quickest to pay off, so I'm gonna give it to you first. And
We
then I'll
needed
work
to
on
pay
the
for
others.
lunch.
I don't need to eat.
No, I'm telling Ghost. We can use it to pay for lunch.
Okay.
Or breakfast. I
5
guess.
gold is a lot of
It's
lunch.
still the morning.
It is a lot of lunch.
I'm
Hey,
very
it could get
hungry.
us- It could get us breakfast and then lunch for the ship ride.
Oh yeah, we still have to pay for that. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Oh no. Pax looks so guilty.
It was a good investment. It's fine.
It's a great investment. It will save our. It will literally save our butts. I mean, technically you will, but it helps. Plus, it looks really.
So it does require attunement, so that will be your first attunement slot.
Sweet.
Oh, the moonlit one doesn't require it?
No,
Nope.
it does not.
That's nice. Is that just like is it like a code word activated one, or does it just do it on command, like
The non-touch
willfully?
blade?
It's a command word.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, anywhere else you guys want to stop by?
I think we need to get to the airship. Figure out if there's a way that we could speed anything up.
About what time of day is it?
It's getting pretty late in the morning. Probably by this point, in terms of travel time, shopping and stuff, it's probably getting a little bit past 10 a.m.
All right, we should probably make our way to the airships. Perhaps we could just eat on the ship.
Right.
Sounds like a good plan.
Let's do that.
Alrighty, so as you go, you take the carriage to the massive tower in the center of the city, where there are platforms, elevators big enough for you guys to fit on, and then some, gargantuan elevators. Several minute ride to the docking area. And as you get up, there are different ticket booths, signage, different cities. So look, you see one for Rhinevale, one for Ebonwood, one for Snowdrift, one for Eritrude, and one for North Peak. And then there is also one labeled for Irinsil as well. However, it says coming soon.
I guess take the card up to the one to Rhinevale.
Alright. So, as you go up, there's several booths where tickets are being sold. Several dozen people buying tickets for that same airship. And eventually you see this older goblin lady. And she's got like these half moon spectacles, and she'll just be, "Next!" Calls you up.
How much to bring a cart along?
The card is an additional 15 gold for...
Oh, that's not too bad.
I thought it was. Pax looks so relieved.
Yes, because normally, like, if you stable your horse, it is a silver per day for them to take care of your horse. So comparatively, it is pretty expensive.
Right.
Which is why typically only merchants and stuff bring shipments aboard these things.
But we will need our cart, so it's worth it. And how much for the passengers? For 4?
For standard cabin, it's 5 gold a person. And for first class cabin, 25 gold a person.
Yeah, we don't need the first class one. Ghost, would you mind pitching in for this one?
I wouldn't mind. How much?
35 gold in total, however you guys want to split it.
I can just pay all of it. Okay, 35 gold. Hey.
So yes, we'll take the cart and a regular cabin as well. For the 4 of us.
All right, here are your tickets. And she stamps these 4 little slips and slides them over to you. Thank you for flying with Cloud Sail.
I just had a thought, everyone.
Yes.
To run past you. Now, I know we've already paid, so there's not much we can do about the lost gold, but is it really worth it to go all the way to Rhinevale when we'd be going right past where the target is and have to track back?
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would take us.
We'd have to either go around the mountains or
No.
through the mountains.
What I mean is if we leave the cart and the horses, or at least let them unload them at Rhinevale for us, find somebody to pay them, when we're near the spot, we can all jump together, and I can
I don't want job.
I-
That sounds.
No, when we are getting closer to the ground, I can cast Featherfall and slow our descent to where we take no damage.
I am against this idea. I would like to
As
go
long
to
as you hold on to
Randall and
us.
come back.
I already fell out of an airship once. I'm not doing it again.
If I'm aware of what's going on, nothing would happen.
I think in this specific circumstance, I would like the cart, just because we are going into the unknown slightly. But I would love to take you up on the offer sometime. That does
Can
sound
you
very
cast
fun.
Featherfall on the cart, and we can just stay in the cart while
No,
it's going?
I could cast it on one of the horses. I can do
There's
up to,
one of the horses.
There's
That's-
one.
that's what
the
I-
other one is just
Reaver.
floating.
Hey, Reaver.
Exactly. No, it's up to 5 creatures. So it's up to 5 creatures. So I could do
Oh,
us
okay.
4 and then one other. So that's what I was just saying. So if we were to do that, we could be very far ahead, because they either have to go around the mountain or take the ship to the other end and come back. But if we were to take the ship and drop right where we needed to, we'd save a couple days.
But that also means we would have to then travel through monster-filled lands for several days with no
Without the
carriage
cart.
or supplies.
Mhm.
or just one horse.
Right. Or just one horse.
That can
Don't
only
worry,
carry
Redmond.
2 of us.
We would
Yeah.
take
No.
you. Not really. It's you, Reaver.
Okay. I just thought I'd run it past you.
That was a good idea, but we'll do it next time, okay?
But I'm serious. One of these times, I do want to try that.
That'd be awesome. Pax, you be my shield. I'll be your parachute.
I was just gonna. I have a premonition of someone named Captain America just diving into the ground, shield first.
What's in America?
I don't know, but it's just something I'm feeling. I don't know if it's like another timeline from a vision from Conalis or something like that.
America.
I'm pretty sure it's just a disease.
I have a feeling you might be right. At least,
Well, I
partly.
don't want to catch America.
Whoever this captain is, it's just disease ridden.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Let's
go.
board.
So you are allowed to board as you go. The workers, the crew, they take your carriage below decks into like a somewhat an area that kind of resembles the stables, and they show you to your
Actually,
to
I
your
guess
cabin.
food would probably be included on this because it's a several-day travel.
And as you are shown to your cabin, which is just a small room with 2 bunk beds on either side,
Nice.
one little porthole window so you can look out.
As we head to our room, as we've been loading on or heading to a room, do we spot or notice anybody that we've seen before from the mercenary guild?
No iron soul in sight.
No Iron Soul in sight. Okay.
I don't like that.
So they're getting there a different way.
In sight.
Don't say that.
You don't find any traps.
Oh, do we see our rivals?
No, you do not.
They're off on another mission.
Yeah,
for
they don't
the
know
other
anything
person.
about this, right?
No, they do.
No.
Well, I
They're-
didn't think so. I just
I'm
asked
betting.
because
I'm
I was
betting
curious.
money. I'm betting money that they're the other group. That
That he's trying to recruit. Alexander's trying to recruit.
no. One of Jedidiah's colleagues hired a crew, and they're doing something else somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
I bet you
remember.
money that's the
And
rival
how much do you want to wager on that?
I was about to say he's gonna bet him.
crew. Pax rubs his hands together. This is something new in this life, isn't it? So
Hey
I'm gonna
Pax,
be
I
like
have a
the
request.
shield.
I have a request. Hand
up?
me all the gold and I'll hold on to it. He says, joking.
Pax is gonna start pulling out all the gold, looking really somber, like he's failed.
You're okay. Hold on to it.
Are you sure I can give you back your money?
No, no.
I promise I'll repay you.
No, I'm more worried about your money. I know you're not going to spend my money, but you're not good with your money.
I won. Every single time I have bet, I have won. Those bear claws.
Because you cheated the last time.
How did I cheat?
You intervened. You pulled us away. You tried
We
to tip her
left.
off.
We left because we needed to, and we called it a draw.
The truth suits him when it fits him. Okay.
After settling on the ship, Reiko's right, food is provided with the tickets. There is a little mess hall cafeteria deck, and this is a large ship. Probably a good 900 feet long ship. Like, this is cruise ship
aircraft
size.
carrier?
Yeah.
And is it like propeller on the back, on the sides?
There are sails to catch the wind, and then there are propellers kind of on the bottom with these glowing crystals that keep it aloft.
Cool.
Yeah. Fancy.
And I'm guessing it's crewed by 50 people, 100. Like how many crew?
Usually these are crewed to about 50 to 80 people. Usually a dozen of which are security.
Fair enough.
Usually what? Sorry.
Usually a dozen of which are security. So you do see security going, and it seems that there are certain mounted ballistas on the upper deck as well. Seems that they look new. Sorry, not sails to catch one. It's a balloon. Not crystals on the bottom. That's the other thing. It is balloon powered. It's blimp.
Okay, we're on a balloon. Okay. And then is it easy to tell where the captain's quarters would be?
Yeah. There's a pretty easy helm.
Okay. After food time, Lux is gonna find a time to wander the deck and go and talk with the crew.
All right. Okay. So, as you finish eating, you feel the lurching feeling of the ship leaving its stable ground. And as the ship turns north, starts to gain altitude, you feel a sense of relief getting away from the people down below. And as you start to sail to the north, gaining more and more height, look out to the clear skies above the clouds after several minutes. As you head north to Rheinvale. And that is where we are going to end it today. Thank you to everybody who tuned in for this episode. Had a lot of fun with it. Always have fun with these episodes. Just a couple quick reminders. We have our website open. That's where you can find all our merch and all that stuff. We have links to all our channels and things like that. And also, we have a Patreon if you'd like to go and support us on there. And, that was the one thing I forgot to set back up. Was the Patreon thank you page when we lost everything. So
That's all good.
So I'll just do it. Let me just go like this. Go like this. Go like this.
Just roll which character that you voice this time. It's gonna land on the stoner.
Here we go.
Yes, do it as the
All
stoner.
right.
Do it as the stoner.
Give me just 1 minute.
The ominous government lady.
Yes. I love how like terrifyingly like ominous she is. She's awesome.
Whoop. Here is our patron.
Isn't it
I'll just-
Fan?
Fam or fan?
Fan. Oh my gosh, I can't type.
What's up,
I'm
fam?
sorry.
Yeah. big fam.
D4 fan. I'm sorry, my keyboard is behind my microphone. All right, I'll roll it. Let me go.
D-Fourtress bed.
This is Alexander, and on behalf of all the Iron Souls, I would like to issue a very warm thank you to D4 Fan. We appreciate the support and look forward to your continued patronage.
Sorry, D4 fan. If he's your friend, we can't be friends anymore.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching once again, and we will see you all next week. Thank you and goodbye.